to the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. Well, we had a fantastic race last time out at Belgium. Pistas versus Cliffy, and Pistas held off Cliffy to extend his championship lead to what is now 40 points over second place Shimasi. Alongside me here today is Jamie. Jamie, what a brilliant circuit this is, the Italian Grand Prix. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think Danielle, the Italian in the Ferrari, do you think he can maybe put on a show for the home crowd?
Oh, I hope so. I mean, the Italians are desperate of a Ferrari masterclass sooner or later. I really think my money's on, you know what? I forgot ARL Falcon's here. So I was going to say my money's on Michael, but Falcon's quite quick.
Yeah, he's quick, Jamie, but remember, ARL Falcon, I've been told anyway, ARL Falcon and Hellboy are on trial, and they're starting from the back of the field, so that's what I've heard. So they will be at the back, they will not be qualifying here. Well, actually, ARL Falcon's on an outlap, so maybe that's not true. I think I've seen that in the chat, but okay, I don't know, but that's what I heard. Whether that's true or not, I am not sure. But yeah, welcome along everyone to the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. 30 minutes from Milan. The Tifosi out in force here on a Saturday afternoon, a beautiful Saturday afternoon for qualifying, and it promises to be yet another thrilling weekend of ILR1 action. ILR3 delivered on Thursday night, and I'm sure it will be a fantastic evening in ILR1 and ILR2. But today, can Shimasi get his form back on track, Jamie? What do you think about Shimasi's chances today? He's been struggling of late, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been struggling quite a bit lately. I mean, I guess with no Beastas here, this is his best opportunity to get his head screwed back on and take that title fight back to Beastas. But I don't know. You gotta remember though, there's other people that get in the way of his championship hopes. People like ARL Falcon, people like ESR Michael. He's gotta take maximum points from here in Italy, and I guess it's just his best chance. No Beastas, as I said before.
Yeah, it's gonna be very tough for him, as you say, Jamie. I mean, obviously Michelangelo, you would think, will be his biggest threat. Is he here? Where is Michael? Is Michael here?
Michael's here,
yeah. Michael. Yeah, he's here. So you would think will be the biggest threat when we've seen how quick he is. Him and Pistas have had their massive duels in recent races, particularly in Austria, where it was absolute fireworks. Hopefully we'll see some more of that. There isn't any Pistas today, but Cliffy's certainly shown the pace to match Pistas almost last weekend, and as you say, ARL Falcon, we know is quick, Hellboy's quick, but of course now, Jamie, I'm looking at the left-hand side of my screen and they are both in the pit, so that must have just been an installation lap for Falcon, so I do believe both of those guys will start from the back of the grid. They are on trial here today, they are not expected.
Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah, there you go, he retires from the session. So it will be an interesting weekend, and as well, folks, I might as well mention this, so be sure to tune in on Tuesday night. The United League Championship kicks off, and we've got Ace of Peace and Shimasi representing the ILR League in that. That is a league of 10 leagues from PS4, all doing battle together to see who will be crowned the Ultimate League on PS4. So Tuesday night, 8:30 UK time, tune into that one as ESR Michael, that's Michelangelo, goes quickest with an ominous 1:20.270. Jamie, that's a very solid time.
Very long. Wow. I didn't actually think that you could actually get into the low 20s here, as I was watching Setup Mercedes almost spin it. But that's a rapid time.
Yeah, no surprises there from Michelangelo. He simply does not do slow lap times, does he? He's unbelievable. And Lewis now goes second quickest, Ace of Pace third, so quite close after that. But you just get the feeling you need Beastas here, really, don't we? To really take the fight to Michael.
Balance things out.
He's not here today. But who knows, you never know what can happen as Michael cruises round back to the pits. Lewis has gone second with a 1:20.7, half a second off the pole. Also on a 1:20.7, Ace of Pace in third. Cliffy is fourth, 1:20.8. Shimasi is fifth with 1:20.9. And then outside the 20s, we've got Jess Revenge, 1:21.1. Stanley, 1:21.2. And Danielle's just gone 8th quickest with a 1:21.3 at his home circuit. Jamie, how do you feel about Danielle today? Made his debut last week. Struggled a little bit, got caught up in a few incidents and made a bit of a mess of his qualifying lap. Do you think here at home he can fare better?
Possibly. I'm not too sure about his actual true pace, since I don't think he qualified last week, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he made a mess of his qualifying, just
yeah, I remember now. He made a mess, so it's hard to gauge just how quick Daniel is, but 1 second off to start isn't too bad. Shimasi goes second quickest, I didn't realize that. Just 2/10 off the pole.
Yeah, he's really hauled him in, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's
that's a great effort. Lewis is completing this lap, Jamie. What about Lewis? 120.7. What will he do now? 120.5. So the time's coming down, Jamie, and all of a sudden, maybe Michael is in for a fight this weekend. He's in the pits at the moment. Will he dip into the 19s later on and have us all eating our own words? But we'll see. But encouraging signs in the Force India garage of Lewis and in the Haas garage of Shimasi. They're nodding their heads and realising it might just be game on here this weekend.
Yeah, and especially with Monza too, it's not easy to pull away in Monza because it's just straight after straight full of slipstream. If you don't make any mistakes, I mean, ESR Michael's if he's gonna have to pull a gap, he's gonna have to be 100% on it. So qualifying, I think qualifying doesn't mean too much here in Monza. So long as you stay in the slipstream, you should be good.
Yeah, we're going to be in for a fantastic race, and Jamie, well, we can. I'm going to ask you right now, best overtaking places on this track. What do you think?
Turn one. Turn 1 is probably your best chance. Turn 1 and turn 3, the 2 chicanes, I think are your best opportunity to get any moves done.
Okay.
Well, they're the 2 heaviest braking zones. Scar is a bit dangerous. I mean, we'll probably see him move there, but I mean, that's not a real overtaking spot unless you're flying down that back straight.
Yeah, well, okay, thanks for that, Jimmy, and I have to agree with you. Of course, as you say, the longest braking zones, the biggest braking zones on this racetrack. Interestingly, Lewis did 2 laps there, so he's got a little bit of extra fuel carry in there doing that 120.5, so you're going to feel there's a little bit more in his pocket as Little Blocks now brings himself into contention at 120.5 as well, 3/10 off the full time. So Little Blocks, remember he started in ILR2, then moved into ILR1 and basically set ILR1 alight for a couple of weeks, and then ever since then he's been not really been in the contention and featuring at the front as much as he had been, has he, Jamie?
No, that's the weird thing, is that he had pace, and then it just wasn't there anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was Russia, right? It was Russia where he was on par with B-Stats, I think it was, right? Or in terms of qualifying. And the races after that, it was close. But then he kind of went into a drought and started qualifying like P8, P10, stuff like that. So it's good to see him finally pull it back together again.
Yeah, so good job from Littlebox. We've got a little bit of lull in the action at the moment. Littlebox is out there. I don't know if he's on a quick one. He's not. He's 9/10 down on his best up till now. But let's have a quick rundown of the order. It is Michelangelo on top of 120.270. He's 2/10 clear of Shimasi in second. Littlebox also 2/10 off, and Lewis as well. Very bunched up between second and fourth. So 2/10s, 2 and a bit 10s covering the top 4 cars. Then it's Ace of Pace in fifth, half a second shy. Cliffy sixth, 6/10 away. He'll be looking for an improvement, especially given his performance last weekend. Johnny 7th, Jeff's Revenge 8th, Danielle up to 9th, 8/10 from the pole, and Frisky CJ rounding out the top 10. Outside the top 10, getting fresh tyres at the moment, Stanley, Michael Davis, Gerard Mercedes and Hayden. Gerard Mercedes actually, I think he's on a quick lap, Jamie, so let's ride on board with him as he comes down to the second chicane. I think this is a quick one. It certainly looks like a quick one as he bounces over the curves.
It doesn't say out lap, so he's on a quick one.
Towards the Lesmos now. Gerard Mercedes through the first one. Into the second one. Jamie, the Lesmos, your thoughts on those? Are they very difficult? Especially the cars, they've got to run so much low wing round here.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Understeer in those 2 corners.
That's the thing with this track, is that I hate the Lesmos because you need to run such little wing and the car is so twitchy. Like, you have to fight the car as ZR Mercedes goes well wide and almost hits the wall. But
well, that sums up what you're talking about.
Yeah, even Ascari on exit is kind of a pain with such low wing. You have to be really careful with the throttle input. And you can't run wing to plant the car, otherwise it'd be nowhere. There's 4 massive straights capable of 200 miles an hour. So high wings is a big no. So yeah, you just have to live with the floaty steering kind of feeling. Now I don't know, I think he failed to improve on that lap, or I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he did improve a little. He moved up to 12th or 13th, I think he's improved a little, but so that's despite the big off. So you think Zeno Mercedes has got something in his pocket. He's running out of time to do it, probably running out of fuel, so he needs to really do it on this lap. But we have now got cars out there pushing. We've got Michael in the final corner, about to start a flying lap. Where is Shimasi? He's started one, I believe. So let's try and pick up the car that's furthest round the racetrack at the moment.
I think it's...
Who would that be? I think that would be Lewis or Ace of Pace. sorry, Ace of Pace or Cliffy. It's Ace of Pace that's furthest round the racetrack at the moment.
Yeah,
Johnny's actually quite far round. We'll watch Johnny first, then we'll go to Ace of Pace. So Johnny then will get an extra lap after this one. He's currently 7th. That's a decent effort from Johnny. I've not seen much pace from him this year. It was last year we've seen some serious surprises from him, some great overtaking as well, particularly that Brazil race, which we remember so well. And Johnny now comes up towards the line. He's 8 tenths from pole. Can he find any improvement? Oh, he can!
3 tenths! Alright.
3 tenths away. What an effort from Johnny. Now Ace of Pace. What can he do as the track rubbers in? Ace of Pace for the line. He goes second. A tenth away from the pole. Now Shimasi in the final corner. What can he do? Shimasi heading for the line. The times are coming down rapidly here. Shimasi.
Oh no!
Half a tenth
50,000.
I'll tell you now, Michelangelo has abandoned his current lap. Little blocks out of the final corner. That's a slow lap. It's a slow lap from him. Lewis though, he's winding one up out of the final corner. Out of the Parabolica. Heading for the line. Is it going to be any quicker than Fred? It's 4th.
Yeah, it's 4th.
Look how close that is now.
What has happened to the time?
Covering the top 4. Less than 4 tenths covering the top 7, and Michael's had to abandon that lap. He will have one more attempt. What can he do? He's got other cars out there. Shimasi's been caught by traffic. He's got CG right in front of him. Ace of Pace abandons his latest run. Little Blocks is going again. Who else is out there pushing? Jeff's Revenge is going quickly.
Oh, someone's not.
3,000's up in the first sector. Clucky's in the wall. He's out of qualifying and he does not follow up his brilliance in Belgium. He's crashed on the exit of the second Lesmo. Sienna Mercedes is retired as well. 9th is the best he'll do. Daniele goes for the line. At home, the Italian goes 9th. And the Tifosi are not going to be too satisfied with that.
Yeah.
So let's go to
I
the
don't
man
know.
who's furthest through the track.
I don't know.
Picking up a huge toe.
Yeah, huge toe. I don't know if it's slowed him, if he's lost any lap time, any dirty air. I don't know if it'll improve though. Up to the line.
To find out. Shimasi for the line. Gives up and finishes second.
He shouldn't have pushed his tires.
Ace of Pace abandoned. Little Blocks is abandoned. What about Lois? What about Jeff's Revenge? Jeff's Revenge. He's coming for the line right now. Jeff's Revenge currently 7th. He goes up to 4th. Now we have to look for Lewis. He comes for the line. Can he put it on pole? He can! Lewis in the Force India delivers right to the very end.
At the dead of the time.
1:20.1. They all tried to beat Michael. None of them could do it. But then Lewis popped up right at the very end. The last man over the line to take the pole away from Michelangelo. And there might be no pistas. But boy oh boy, do we have a fight in our hands for victory tomorrow. What a result this is in qualifying. Lewis with his first ILR1 pole. He beats Michelangelo by just over a tenth. Shimasi wasn't far away either. He sits down. Ace of Pace is 4th. Jeff's Revenge is 5th. Little Blocks is 6th, less than 4 tenths covering the top 6 cars. Johnny with a superb effort, an eye-catching effort really, to be less than half a second off the pole in 7th. Cliffy, despondent, disappointed with 8th, TJ 9th, and Danielle at his home circuit is 10th. Jamie, Lewis's time, what do you make of that?
That's incredible. 20.1. These cars are rapid, man. These cars are something else. 20.1. I would have been shocked if I didn't think we were even getting the low 20s, honestly. But that's a phenomenal lap time to take pole. Kudos to Lewis, man. This is going to be actually a really hot race. Look at that grid. Top 7 and 4 tenths of each other.
Yep, and as you said, Jamie, at the top of the show, I mean, it's very difficult to break away here with the slipstream and the DRS, so we could see 7 cars following each other around and a bit of a chess match, a little bit of a tense occasion in the opening exchanges. I can't wait for it tomorrow. It promises to be a cracker, and as you've said already, turn 1, turn 3, be sure to watch out for overtaking there from the guys at the front. And don't forget Falcon and Hellboy. We know those guys are quick. Can they keep their nose clean and find a way up through the order, Jamie? That's one to watch as well.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I was just checking something and making sure that I don't screw this up. But anyway, oh, can't even see the freaking thing now. Oh, Michael Davis in 12th. What's happened there?
Well, Michael Davis, he's in a horrible season. We keep talking about his horrible season. He's only a second off the pole, but such is the competitiveness of ILR1. That sees him down in 12th place. But yeah, there we go then. A quick rundown of the order. Lewis on pole, a sensational lap to take his first ever ILR1 pole. He denies the Greek god, Michelangelo, who sits second. Shimasi third, and Ace of Pace fourth. Your 2 ULC representatives. Then it's the 2 Irishmen, Jeff's Revenge and Little Blocks 5th and 6th. Johnny 7th, Cliffy 8th. CJ 9th, and Danielle is 10th on his home circuit.
His home circuit. Ferrari fans a bit disappointed over that result, but we can see what they can do in the race. It's not qualifying, it's the race that what?
Is it what?
It's raining.
I can't see. Oh my goodness, it's heavy rain as well. Well. Anyone watching the stream, feel free to share this with your friends, because this is promising to be an absolute belter. It's heavy rain, it's Monza, it's Italy 2008 all over again, and this promises to be an absolute belter. The top 7 separated by less than 3/4 of a second in qualifying in the dry conditions. We've woken up, me and Jimmy, from our beds, got into the commentary box, and it started throwing it down with rain. And it looks to me, Jimmy, as I look down onto the grid from the commentary box, that we're going to be seeing some full wet tyres, it would look like. What would you say?
Yeah, it looks pretty heavy. That's wet tyres. That's wet condition. That's full wet. I think those are the blue banded tyres. Let's take a look. Let me set this up. Interval.
Oh, see, intermediates.
One man is on the wets.
Wow.
What? Is Cliffy actually on the wets?
Cliffy is on the wets.
He's on the full wets. Wait. So is it expected to get heavier, or oh my.
Wow. Well, this is going to be a hero or zero moment for Cliffy.
What?
So let's just run down the situation again here, folks. It's ILR1, it's Monza, and it's absolutely throwing it down with rain, and the majority of the field, everyone in the field, bar one driver, has gone for the intermediates. Let's run it down. Lewis on pole, after that super lap in qualifying yesterday, is on the inters. Michelangelo second on intermediates, Shimasi third, intermediates. Ace of Pace enters 4th position for him. Jeff's Revenge 5th, intermediates. Michael Block 6th, intermediates. Johnny 7th, intermediates. And Jamie, your thoughts on this? VRT Cliffy 8th, the full wet tyre.
I'm just still shook. I'm still shook over that decision. Because at first, I actually didn't know you could change the actual wet compounds because I thought it locked it. But I guess he's on the wets. That's... Man, it must... I don't know, man. I don't know what these conditions are like. It looks like it is a lot of water on track, you know.
Yeah, it does. Jamie, I have to agree that
this look at the
might
spray.
Be an inspired decision from Cliffy. It might be an inspired decision. Mind you, I'm not seeing many big puddles, but if the rain continues like this, we're going to be seeing puddles forming very quickly. So is Cliffy going to try and brave it out for the opening few laps and hope for some heavier rain?
I think that's why he went for the... Wow, because you can barely see the cars in the street. Like, that's a lot of rain, man. That is a lot of rain.
Well, there you go then. Cliffy is 8th, CJ 9th. Daniel on his home track, on his second ever race in the Ferrari. He was probably praying for rain after his qualifying session. He'll be hoping for a better result. Zeta Mercedes 11th, Michael Davis 12th, Stanley 13th, Hayden 14th, and 2 other drivers who will be delighted by these conditions. The 2 men starting at the back as they are on trial. ILR Falcon and Hellboy, we know they've got pace, Jamie. They could really mix this up.
Oh yeah, 100%. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Get me well watching the front.
This promises to be an absolute cracker. Get ready, folks. It is the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. It's round 13 of the World Championship. Lights are on. And it's go at Monza. And away they go from the grid, gingerly, but they are away, and Lewis leads towards the first corner. He immediately goes to cover Michael on the inside to take the lead in towards the first corner. Shimasi on the attack, trying to go round the outside of Michael as they all hit the brakes. Are they all make it through? Shimasi misses the corner. The rest of them all make it through with no issues at all. Shimasi, can he swerve himself back in? He has got a 5-second stop and go penalty for corner cutting. Maybe a little bit harsh because he slotted back in where he was in the other collisions. No, they've all got through. Lewis takes the lead then from Michael second. Shimasi is third, but with a penalty, and Jeff's Revenge is up to 4th, Jamie.
He's up to 4th. That's a brilliant start. Someone's in the wall, someone's in the wall, and someone is off. I think that's Michael Davis in the wall. Johnny's wide. ZR Mercedes is off, and that's Mike's race done with. And Hellboy did not start this race. So it is Lewis from ASR, Michael from Shimasi. Top 3 is the same, right? I believe.
Yep, top 3 unchanged.
Let's see how VRT Clippy's working on those wets.
Yeah, that's a very good point. He's actually doing okay.
He's doing not too bad.
On VRT Clippy. We'll stick on with him for now, and we'll see if he can catch or drop off.
You know what?
Moment,
he is in the corners.
Doing well.
Whoa! There's not very much grip though. I don't know, man.
He's not far away. We can keep an eye on this over the next few laps. Right now, it doesn't look like he's going to lose 20 odd seconds, does it? He doesn't look like he's going to lose a pit stop.
Yeah, he doesn't lose a pit. In the corners, the wets are quicker. I don't know, because I watched, you can see the times go up and down, the gap between him and CJ, but he's way under pressure now from Daniel. So I think the Inters is still the better tire to be on.
Yeah, they are, but without doubt. Oh, we got him. Oh, somebody's off the road. It's Shimasi again at the first corner. And he's got another penalty.
Another penalty.
Shimasi's race has been ruined already. Two occasions now, but he's went straight off in the opening 2 laps at the first corner. He just cannot get it right. Michael Davis has now got one for speeding in the pit lane. He's having a nightmare season, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done.
Revenge now trying to go attacking on Shimasi. Right round the outside. Beautiful. Right round the outside of Shimasi, who is quite simply struggling to get any sort of crash. And out they go.
Oh, they connected wheels. They wheel hooked. I saw it at the last second. Both of them are done. Just like that.
Shimasi's continuing, but Jeff's Revenge is absolutely 100%.
No, it said Shimasi retired on my... Yeah, Shimasi's out.
Shimasi's out as well, suspension probably damaged, but Jeff's Revenge is out of this Grand Prix. The right front forward up over the car, and we've lost 2 of the front runners already. What a disaster. Yeah. It's so treacherous, it's so tricky. Oh, Lewis is off! He's in the wall! Michelangelo takes the lead, Lewis damages his front wing, and he's very lucky. He's not out as well. Unbelievable!
You know what? I think it might be going towards wets because Cliffy's starting to work that gap down on CJ. I don't know if it's because he's stuck behind Ace of Pace or what, but I think a lot of drivers are having grip problems now.
Yeah, and Lewis is coming in. He needs to change that front wing. He's totally ruined his chances in this race. Meanwhile, down the pit straight, we've got Lickleblocks, Ace of Pace, and Frisky CJ. As Cliffy is on a charge now. Up at the fifth.
Wait, what?
Really...
Michael's out.
What is... Michael in the wall. Oh my goodness!
Someone got disqualified for a severe collision. What? I just saw the race control. Jeff Revenge got disqualified. What? But Jeff Revenge retired further up the track. They were nowhere near each other.
I know what's happened. I know what happened, Jamie. I actually saw Jeff Revenge's car refresh on the pit straight. I thought it would go, so it would disappear. And so did Michelangelo, because he's went straight into it. And he's out of the Grand Prix as a result. So now, I really feel for him. I really do feel for him. We've lost Michael, we've lost Shimasi, we almost lost Lewis, but we basically lost the front 3 drivers in this race.
Yeah.
Lewis really should be out. And
Cliffy's off.
Cliffy, he's off the road, and through goes Danielle. Up into 4. The Tifosi go wild. Unbelievable, this.
It's actually so close. What's going on?
Cliffy's struggling still, Jamie. He still hasn't quite got up to speed.
Those wets aren't working.
Falcon is up into 6th place already, and he's coming past Cliffy here.
Yeah, he's working. Yeah. That's unbelievable.
He just cannot keep up with it. We've lost 5 cars already. 4 of them, and 1 of them has failed to start. So we lost Jeff's Revenge as he collided with Shimasi on the exit of... Oh, sorry, the exit of...
Oh, side by side through Parabolica! Oh, he's nailed him! He's done him! He's done him!
Brilliant stuff from Falcon. Can Cliffy come back on those still wets? He's going to have to try. Good luck making the brakes work, Cliffy. It's not going to be easy on
He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it on these tires. Oh, late braking right to the inside.
What confidence from Cliffy on those tires. He's done it. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, what a move.
He will have the traction. He will not have the traction to hold him off, I wouldn't have thought. And Falcon will come steaming around the outside and hold his line. Through Carver Grande they go. Entos versus Wets. And right now, Entos has the high ground. And surely, here now Falcon finally completes that move. Cliffy won't go away though. Side by side into the second chicane.
He's done him.
What a brilliant driving from Cliffy. He's determined to hold on and hold these guys up. Now Hayden's getting involved. Stanley's getting involved. The 4 cars.
Oh, he's done him. Down the inside of Lesbo 1. Into Lesbo 2. He's got the move done.
Brilliant stuff from Falcon. He lights up the rear tires on the exit. Now Cliffy has to look behind. He's got Hayden and Stanley swarming all over the back of him. Surely the wet tires are not working. But does he know something we don't? Is the weather going to change? Every time I try to recap this race, something is happening on the racetrack. Jeff's Revenge retired. He collided with Shimasi on the run to the first Lesbo.
Oh, Cliffy!
Oh, Cliffy's gone!
Huge save! Huge save!
Incredible. Massive save. He did what Lewis did, only Lewis lost the front wing and really should have lost his tyre, to be honest. Cliffy drops to 9th, and incredibly, is he going to have to admit defeat on those tyres?
Zenon Mercedes has won that gap.
Incredible race. And look at CJ racing with ace of pace down the split straight for second and third. Is CJ going to put a move on CJ round the outside? He breaks anyway.
No, too dangerous. Too dangerous to do that in the wet. Yeah, but he's going to get a good exit out of this corner though.
There's no way through just yet. Let's have a look at the position changes here. It's absolutely ridiculous. Littleblocks is up 5 to lead this race. CJ's up 6 into third. Ace of Pace up 2 to get up to second. ILR Falcon is up 10. Unbelievable start. 5 laps gone, and it's quite unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Jeff's Revenge and Shimasi then glided on the run to the first Lesmo. We lost Michael on the pit straight. I think he ran into the ghosting Jeff's Revenge. Michael Davis went out on the opening lap. Hellboy never made the start. Lewis, who was leading after all that chaos, then also hit the wall and went for a spin.
Yeah, wow, he's
down at the back of the pack.
50 some odd seconds off.
But
Daniel's closing that gap because of the Ace of Pace's pace, who's going off. Wow, all 3 of them run super wide. Jeez. But Daniel's up in the 4th. This is really good for the Ferrari fans.
And by the way, for anyone wondering, if this rain does get heavier, Cliffy's still well within range on those wet tyres of the lead. 12.4 he is off the lead at the moment. If this rain does get any heavier, 12.4 off the lead, so he's doing okay at the moment, Cliffy, as long as it rains quickly.
What is Cliffy's lap times though? Because Littleblocks is doing 32.8. I think Littleblocks is in a world of his own. He's a second lap quicker than Ace of Pace. I actually don't know if Ace of Pace is really holding CJ and Daniel back, because Daniel's closed the gap from about a second and a half to 6/10 now in like under a lap. So I think Ace of Pace is really having problems with that car. CJ's all over the back of him now, trying to find a way past. It's not easy at all to overtake in the rain, and so I don't think Ace of Pace will defend, so CJ won't. Try a lunge, but he tried the lunge, going down the inside, thinks twice, puts Ace of Pace up in a bad line, but couldn't get the traction. Just side by side with Daniel.
And now with Daniel around the outside, the Italian driver in his home circuit.
No, surely not.
On Frisky CJ into Lesmo 1, and that was never on.
And ILR Falcon's here. ILR Falcon's here.
ILR Falcon, and before long, Hayden will be there and Stanley will be there. They need to get a move on these guys, or Littleblocks will disappear into the distance.
Oh man.
Ace of Pace really struggling to keep pace with the leaders. The leader of Littleblocks, and now being dropped into the clutches of CJ, Danielle, ILR Falcon, and soon Hayden, Stanley, and Mercedes if they don't get a move on. Look at this. It's so difficult though for CJ and Danielle, because as we've just seen, if CJ tries the lunge and he gets a poor exit, Danielle is on him. And
yeah, Danielle's on him. Danielle's defending so hard from Falcon.
The Lesmo, and he nearly got caught out by Falcon.
Yeah.
So they need to be very careful. But if they don't sort it out soon, as Zenon Mercedes goes side by side with Stanley through the Parabolica, trying to find a way past, but Stanley does not allow him through and holds firm. But Stanley's got a little bit of front line damage on that left side. So Zenon Mercedes could smell blood here. He pulls up behind the back of the Sauber into the slipstream, but he's not got the straight line speed to challenge. Can he challenge on the brakes? What's happening, Jamie? What are you seeing?
I was just watching Daniel try. He tried one on CJ. I think he's going to get him though. He's going to be very close here. Oh, that's so close between the two of them. Almost made contact.
Oh, here we go. Danielle trying again. The Tifosi, they might be soaking. They might be absolutely ringing in the grandstand. But
thinks twice. Puts Falcon off completely though. Now Hayden's closing that gap too. Ace of Pace is really struggling.
They're all coming, Jamie. They're all coming. Hayden's coming. Zerar's coming. Stanley's coming. And they're going side by side. Stanley and Zenon Mercedes through the first Lesmo. Oh my goodness! Zenon Mercedes still hanging it round the outside, but he cannot find a way through there. And Stanley left him enough room and no more to continue his run round the outside.
They're going to go side by side though.
Side by side as they go underneath the old circuit, the old oval. And here we go, Zenon Mercedes on the outside. Can he outbrake Stanley? No, he will not. He will think all about exits here. That's a great run out of the first part. Surely he's going to
he's going to get him
now. Oh, big twitch of oversteer for Zenon Mercedes, but he should still have the run as they go down this back straight towards the Parabolica. The battle for 7th and 8th rages on as Littleblocks continues to pump into lap times, but no way still for ZR Mercedes to find a way through. He tucks himself up again, in behind the server of Stanley. He doesn't have the straight line speed. It's not going to be easy. Meanwhile, the battle for third and fourth. Danielle is still having a look at CJ, but not close enough on the brakes. Now we go back to the battle for ZR Mercedes and Stanley. It's an anyway down the
doesn't have a straight line speed.
There's
no straight line speed.
That's Jamie. Very difficult.
Jeez.
And look at this, in the battle for second again, it's CJ coming closer again to the back of Danielle as they all close up these four, and Hayden will soon be getting involved. If this doesn't continue, and look at that, CJ having a real look up the inside of Race of Pace there, but had to think better of it. But this is really playing into the hands of Liquor Blocks, Jamie, isn't it? He's really just edging away out front on those inters.
I think Cliffy's on and off of that gap. It's like between like 2.2 and 2.7. Maybe the wets are starting to come to life. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, maybe, Jamie. Let's have a quick. No, actually, not really, because Liquor Blocks is still sitting fastest laps. So.
Yeah, he's still sitting fastest laps, but he's a league above everyone else, though. That's the thing. He's about a second and a lap quicker than the rest of the field, besides Lewis.
Well, he's a second a lap quicker than Ace of Pace, but I don't think he's a second lap quicker than the guys behind.
Yeah, the guys behind.
Going side by side.
Oh, here we go.
Danielle. Falcon on the run to the parabolica. You don't often see moves there. Danielle breaks the relay. They bang wheels into the parabolica. The Tifosi are on their feet here. They do not want to see their man go down without a fight. But the Red Bull.
The Red Bull's done.
Charles past the prancing horse. And up into fourth place goes the ILR Falcon. Remember, he started at the back. Can the prancing horse gallop up onto the rear of the Red Bull?
Speed in the line. Is he going to try a lunge?
Danielle, he will try a lunge. He kind of half thinks about it. And then
half thinks about it. Yep. Smart.
And here comes Hayden to join the group.
Hayden's closer from 2.2 to 1.5.
Unbelievable. Gap to the leader, Cliffy, 18.8. He's starting to lose now. He's starting to lose time now. 18.8 is the gap Cliffy has to the leader. So
the pit delta is 20.5 seconds about, I think.
Well, it's not going to happen for him, I don't think. He's going to have to battle out on those tyres for quite some time.
I hope he hasn't overheated them.
Admit defeat. Oh, Ace of Pace, big slide there coming out of the first Lesmo as they now head through the second Lesmo. And look at this group of cars, they'll be getting infuriated now. Behind the Swedish driver. And look at Falcon, he's just cleared Danielle and now he's interested in clearing CJ. Really, really racy. He's not messing about as Lewis has now got the fastest lap, as you were saying, Jenny. Lewis,
yes,
32 flat.
You know, I think Falcon has more wing than these guys. Because Daniel does have quicker straight line speed, but I don't know, he seems to have more wing. He seems to be a lot more planted than these guys in the corners.
Yeah, he does. He seems to be less twitchy on the rear end. He seems to just be more confident in the car, more confident.
Like the way he accelerates out of Parabolica is so smooth.
Sure has, and he's now, as a result of that, got a huge run on CJ, who's also got a run on Ace of Pace as they go across the start-finish line. It looks to me like Falcon, though, is going to be the man making any moves as we approach turn one, if there is going to be anyone. He lines him up, closing in on the back. CJ has a look at Ace of Pace as well, and again they reach the brakes with no incidents and no side-by-side action. They're teasing us, Jamie. They're teasing us so much. And Mercedes is also still stuck behind Stanley. He'll be getting increasingly angry as well. Because he's losing out on a chance
Cliffy's
to get
done.
up in that battle for second here.
Cliffy's in. His gamble didn't work.
He's finally given up.
Yeah. Which is a shame. I'd like to see it pay off, but hey.
Yeah, intermediate tyres then for Cliffy. He has admitted defeat and now drops to 9th place, and it's going to be a lonely race down there, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Racing with Johnny. 27 seconds till he meets his next car.
Yeah, that's far off.
Not at all. What he'll be hoping for is, again, ZR Mercedes gets up behind Stanley, who's struggling for aerodynamic downforce with that damaged front wing. What about down the straight? Is there any way ZR Mercedes can find a way past now? They go heading down towards the sky, through the little kink, and underneath the bridge again. Onto the brakes, ZR Mercedes having a look, but again, Stanley holds firm, and it's beginning very, very tricky here for ZR Mercedes, but he's got to run this time, Jamie. Surely this time he's got a chance to get past Stanley. He's right up behind him as he goes down the back straight towards the parabolica. Will he have a lunge into the parabolica? He tries the outside this time. Stanley nearly runs him out of the road, and they come together. And now ZR Mercedes has got front wing damage, and it's frustration to get past.
I think it was a smart attempt to go to the outside to pinch the entry of parabolica for Stanley. He shouldn't have. It just got ruined because it made contact. Because I think he would have got him had he not run too wide.
Yeah, agreed. Stanley parked his car well and remains as you were. I mean, look at this for second, third and fourth, Jamie. I've never seen them any closer. And CJ going side by side with Falcon. Falcon's got the run on him. He goes side by side towards the second chicane. Can he outbreak him? The three wide.
They're three wide.
That will not work, and they all come together. CJ comes together with Falcon and Ace of Base. Oh my goodness, they're still in the same places they were beforehand.
How did they not crash? Oh, Falcon's still trying one down the inside of CJ. He's drifting.
Unbelievable, huge rear end moment for Falcon. What a battle. Leclerc Box is rubbing his hands together. He's 10 seconds up the road as Ace of Base continues to frustrate these guys. Ace of Base second, CJ third, Falcon fourth, Danielle is fifth, and Hayden is catching them quickly as well. Absolutely incredible.
That was ridiculous.
For ILR, isn't it?
Three wide.
Into the chicane, that was never, ever going to work.
Oh my goodness me, Falcon with like a double, he had to correct the corner on the exit of Ascari and nearly put in the gravel in the wall.
Yeah, he gets away with it though.
He's counter-steering a lot. I see patches of blue in the sky, I think. I'm not too sure.
Well, that definitely rules out Cliffy's idea.
Oh
which is now, of course, meaning nothing now.
Oh, surely Falcon must have CJ here.
Yeah, he must have him this time. He's going to go down the inside. CJ tries to defend. Falcon on the bridge. Is he finally going to complete the move? CJ on Ace of Base to try and cover it off.
Oh, there's contact. There's contact.
Ace of Base will get that penalty taken off. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
They go side by side.
Falcon, oh my goodness.
He's right up behind CJ. He's pushing him through the Curva Grande. They go side by side again. Danielle just waiting to pick up the pieces in fifth. And here we go. CJ
be careful, guys.
Oh my goodness, another lap, another same situation. Ace of Base holds firm. Danielle trying to get involved.
Oh my goodness me.
And Hayden is now 100% involved in this battle. Oh my word.
Oh.
Imagine this was for the lead.
Imagine. Falcon's counter steering gives me anxiety. That's ridiculous, man.
My goodness. He's driving like Colin McRae out there, or Sebastian Lowe. And he's coming down, this time on Ace of Base, side by side. Ace of Base pushes him right to the edge of the racetrack, into Ascari. Can he outbreak the Haas?
Side by
he
side.
Can, but the Haas holds it out the outside.
How has he done that?
Surely holds place.
They're still side by side.
Oh! Ace of Base is off. Falcon is through. Meanwhile, behind that, you've got Danielle and CJ going side by side.
Hayden's here now.
This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. CJ coming back now. And is he going to swallow up Ace of Base? He is going to swallow him up. Into the Parabolica. Ace of Base tries to hang it around the outside.
Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly.
And through comes Hayden as well. He's
out of the ball of the pits.
Oh, wow. In comes Danielle. In comes Hayden. What tires are going on there?
Oh, that's a lot of lost time for Ace of Base. 1.4 seconds.
Fresh inters, Jamie, what do you think?
Yeah, fresh inters. Probably fresh inters.
It is indeed. Fresh inters going on, and that spoils the battle a little bit, because that was absolutely incredible.
That was ridiculous. Falcon, the way he drives, man. It's just like, the rear end is all over the shop when he's accelerating out of corners and stuff. Oh my.
Yeah, Jamie, I could not believe the confidence he had going through the second part of Ascari there, side by side with Ace of Base.
Side by side.
All things pointed to him sliding into the side of the Haas car, and somehow he didn't. It was enough to put Ace of Base off, who then got flustered, ran wide, and lost all sorts of places. Tried to gain them all back into the Parabolica and lost a few more.
Lost a few more, wow.
Absolutely thrilling battle. That was three wide at one point into the second chicane, but one of the narrowest chicanes in the calendar, by the way.
That's just, that gave me anxiety, mate. That was ridiculous.
Unreal, unreal. So now it's Leclerc Blocks leading by a mammoth 14.5 seconds as a result of this battle. Falcon second, CJ in third, Ace of Base drops to fourth, Stanley fifth, and still holding up. ZR Mercedes, if they now join that battle, ZR Mercedes right up behind them again. Can he at this time have a look? As I look to the inside.
You probably think about an undercut, honestly. He's losing so much time.
Can't do it. And ZR Mercedes remains. Oh, they're all coming in now, so well done.
Superior team.
Hayden.
Sorry.
Hayden get the jump here. In fact,
that's what I'm thinking.
On those fresh inters. Even Cliffy could get involved in this again.
Oh, Hayden's only that far beyond. Someone's serving, ZR Mercedes is serving on stop go. Where's Danielle?
Yeah.
Oh, he comes out. Oh my god! He jumped CJ! Get against Falcon around the outside, come on! No, he can! Oh, Falcon pulls the brakes!
This is the corner! Daniel's gonna get him here!
Surely Falcon must back off! These are the 3-second time penalty.
So that's what he gets instead. The stewards might have a look at that and say, well, he might not go past them again, but we'll see. Falcon second, Danielle third, CJ fourth, Hayden is up to fifth. Ace of Pace has lost out massively here. He's down to seventh now. He's even behind Cliffy. Jamie.
He's behind Cliffy? Where did Cliffy come from?
Well, he changed onto fresh inters a lot earlier, so he's obviously
Oh, so he's made up that lost time.
He's made up a lot of time from those wets, and now, Jamie, he will be under threat at the end, but he's still got the pace to get back involved for now, until those tyres start giving up, you think?
Yeah, it depends on how long the interconditions last for. I mean, if it... Yeah, probably. You know what? How much older is Cliffy's tires, though? They're only like, what, 3-4 laps older?
Yeah, not much. As he now gets onto the back of Hayden and showing that he's still got plenty of life on those tyres. So here he comes, Cliffy. He's a man on the move at the moment. Now he's on the right tyres. He really is starting to show what pace he's got in the car this weekend. He moves to the inside now, very late on the brakes, side by side into the parabolica. That was absolutely beautiful.
What a move.
No messing about from Cliffy. And through he goes, Jimmy. I like that a lot. That was a great move.
Very clean. You know, Hayden's over the back of him. What? Hayden's straight line speed. Or maybe it was that one. No, he actually has some decent straight line speed. And here we go, side by side, turn one.
Tries the outside.
Thinks twice.
Covers the inside. He will get a better run out the corner, will Hayden? No. Here he comes. No, he can't.
Oh, no, he can't.
A really good run out of there. So now they go down towards the second chicane. Will Hayden home in on the back of Cliffy and make a move. Cliffy covers the inside. Hayden to the outside. Can he outbrake him? No, he cannot.
Nah.
What about on the exit? Cliffy's gone deep into the corner. This is the chance Hayden wants. Here it comes.
Oh.
Side by side towards the first Lesmo.
Yes, he's done it. Or has
no,
he?
He's not. Cliffy hangs it round the outside through the first Lesmo. Side pointed tyre.
No.
Absolutely brilliant. Into the second Lesmo now. And Cliffy's still there. But Hayden has done it. Brilliant.
He's done it. What a move. What a battle.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. I'm really
what a
enjoying
battle.
This one. This is.
This is actually... This is a really good race.
Hayden's wide. Here comes Cliffy again. Same corner. Same straight. Same plan. Here we go. Cliffy, can he once again nail him down the straight towards the
around the outside, around the outside.
Pinch the inside, good decision from Cliffy. Will Hayden run him out of road? They bang wheels again. The hand comes out the cockpit from Cliffy, whether it's inside, whether it's outside at the parabolica, it doesn't matter to Cliffy. He completes the move again, or does he? Here comes Hayden, drag race across the start-finish line. The battle continues.
Oh my goodness me.
Can he outbreak the tournament?
Oh! They made contact. They made contact. They made contact.
Oh, he nearly wiped him out again as he went down into towards the first corner.
They like wheel banged. They like, not side pod glitch, but like, Hayden wasn't braking in a straight line, so he kind of made contact and shut off. How on earth he didn't DNF? That's crazy.
I have no idea. No idea. His race should have been run there, but somehow he stays in the race, and somehow he never collected Cliffy when his car approached the first corner either. So Hayden drops to 6th position and has now got some serious front line damage. He might have to come in to the pits.
Yeah, because Ace of Pace is
damage before it.
all over the back of him now.
So here we'll go, Ace of Pace then, the Swedish driver. Can he make a move now on Hayden? He goes to the outside. It looks like
Hayden backs well off, yeah.
He's just returning to the pits for a new front line, it would seem. So Hayden is now going to be right down the field, back when probably Johnny, I would think. As now Stanley will now line him up, and this will be
an easy move.
Stanley just moves to the outside of the track, completes the move, and moves up into 7th place. So with 10 laps to go then, as Little Blocks starts lap 17 out of 27. Let's have a quick rundown of the order. It's Little Blocks in the lead. He's been all alone since all the early carnage we had in this race, Jamie, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Cruz, since the battle raced behind him. ILR Falcon second. He's starting to cut the gap down, but Little Blocks ain't going to be too bothered, is he? He's got a huge advantage. And Yellow's third. Is he going to get that Ferrari on the podium?
I don't know.
Home circuit and send it to Fossey Wild. We'll soon see. CG 4th, Cliffy is 5th on the recovery drag after gambling on wet tyres at the start. Ace of Pace is 6th. He went backwards from 2nd in the space of 2 laps. Then it's Stanley in 7th. It's NR Mercedes in 8th. Hayden 9th, and in the pits to change his tyre. And Lewis has changed his wing, sorry. Lewis has come in as well. He's 10th, and Johnny is 11th. Make that 9 for Johnny. He's about to overtake Lewis and Hayden right now. Oh, he overtakes Lewis, but not Hayden. So there you go. Jamie, what are you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, everyone's kind of starting to pull away from everyone now. I mean, the only close one is actually Johnny and Hayden here. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Yeah. I think Johnny's got a good exit out of that corner. Maybe.
Hayden
I don't know.
Stars, of course, after that front line change. Johnny not. So can Johnny make the most of it while he can, because he's going to have the tyres up to temperature. Hayden won't. So it'll be difficult for him.
Oh, locking up, jeez, but Hayden's blown the brakes. Oh, that was a bit. Yeah, he's damaged that wing. He came in way too hot.
I think Johnny just tried to get the jump on him while he was there. Ended up hitting Hayden, and it's worked out really badly for him. He's damaged the front wing.
He's damaged the wing. That's it for him. Damn, I was hoping for a good battle.
Really. It's a shame, and that now will release Hayden. But Johnny qualified really well yesterday, Jamie, didn't he? And it was a shame what happened at the start of the race. I think he came to blows with Michael Davis.
Yeah.
Mercedes, I'm not sure.
I don't know how ZR Mercedes recovered from that though, because he was battling. I mean, Stanley did hold him up quite a bit. Speaking of Stanley, why is the gap between him and Stanley 5.3? Oh wait, is he ever missing end plate? ZR Mercedes.
Yeah, he does. And so does Stanley. They both get missing end plates.
They must have had it coming together, because they pitted right on each other. So I'm trying to figure out why ZR Mercedes is now 5 seconds back.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But with 9 laps to go, this is your order. It's Little Blocks from Falcon, from Danielle in third. And Jamie, actually, I want to ask you, Danielle, he's kept his nose clean today. It was the opposite last week. He's doing a good job here at the Italian Grand Prix. Can he get his car home on the podium, Jamie? Do you think it would be great to see him on the podium, wouldn't it? What great scenes that would be.
The man himself, but it's a shame all the gaps have opened up quite a bit. I think VRT actually is catching CJ. You know what? That's a decent recovery drive, but he might have to pit again though. I think it's kind of off his because you remember he pitted a couple laps earlier, so it depends on how much longer his inters can hold for. I don't think they can hold on for the entire length of the race though. I'm not too sure.
Well, it'll be interesting, Jamie, because the lap times have continued to tumble down, so we'll see, but I don't know if that's because they're on fresh tyres and the fuel's coming down. It has been rather similar conditions as the race has gone on, although I do think the rain is lighter than what it was. AL Falcon now has the fastest lap. We're down at 30.9s now, so we're 10 seconds off pole territory.
Yeah.
But we're never going to reach pole territory in race conditions, so we're probably about, what, 6, 7, 8 seconds, you think, off what we'd be doing at this stage of the race, if it was dry. Yeah, probably about 7 and 8 seconds. So
yeah.
I don't really think
know.
we're actually that far away.
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about the actual like lap times and stuff in Monza. I don't know. So I'm just watching monitoring this gap here between Cliffy and CJ. The times are flucking quite a bit. Jeez. I can't tell if he's actually closing. What's up?
I touched the gravel a little bit there, Cliffy.
Oh, okay, that's why. Because he was 1.1.
Pushing very hard. But Jimmy, I want to go back to Danielle. I want to ask you, home circuit, Italian Grand Prix, in a Ferrari, 3rd place, looking at a podium from what was 10th in the grid yesterday. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? How good would that be to stand on the podium?
Man, the Tifosi will go mad, man. I mean, I think Daniel is monitoring the gap between him and CJ. It's been 2.2 for quite a while, but Cliffy is catching CJ. Will he catch? I don't know if they go. That's what Danielle needs is Cliffy and CJ battling. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
CJ turning his attention. Oh, whoa, okay. That works too, I guess.
Has he went wide?
I think he blew the brakes. I think a lot of people have been blowing the brakes there, man.
Yeah, but we've seen Chimasi early on. Chimasi, well, I have to ask you about him as well. Again, failing to take advantage this week of Bistas not racing and retiring from the Grand Prix. And Chimasi is in a bit of a horrific run at the moment, isn't he? And obviously that's the case in ILR. And it's the case in other leagues I watch as well. And I don't know what's happened. Ever since the winter break, Jamie, he's had a bit of a nightmare. And before that, he was on a roll. He was, wasn't he? He was absolutely flying. And now, Chimasi having an absolute nightmare as Johnny retires. Where is that? Oh, exit of a Ascari, Jamie. Johnny in the wall, big time.
Oh, whoa, that's a huge shunt.
Right front, folded up.
Oh, whoa.
Over the chassis.
That's a huge
game
shunt.
over for him.
And now everyone will get points. Oh, Cliffy. Oh, dear. Look at this. This is really wound down.
Very close.
He's recovering. What a recovery drive. Oh, yeah.
They come into battle. It does look like it's drying out. Flex is asking if it's drying out. It does look it a little bit. The rain's not coming down as heavy as it was. I don't think it's fully started drying out yet. But here we go then. Cliffy on the back of Frisky CJ down towards turn 1. Is there any way through as Johnny heads back home to the UK after a horrendous Monza Grand Prix? It's not been a good day for him. A great day yesterday in qualifying, showed some good pace, but today it's been a bit of a nightmare for Johnny.
Yeah.
Cliffy now the lines up CJ. You gotta wonder, Jamie, where Cliffy would have been if it wasn't for the gamble earlier on.
The wet tire gamble. You know what? I don't know, because you never know how a race can really pan out. He probably would have been stuck in that battle with Ace of Pace.
Probably right, to be honest. You probably are right.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it was better what his strategy was to start on the wet, because he had so much clean air where he could just drive in the inters all by himself, and that's what really closed the gap down between him and like the battle for 2nd through 5th.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, maybe what he should have done is started on inters, then came in very early.
Yeah.
Well, then again, that would have triggered everyone else into the pits as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If it was in the battle and
for an undercut.
So really, it's difficult to say. It's difficult to say, isn't it? But here comes Cliffy again. He keeps getting a great run out of Ascari, doesn't he? Does Cliffy? And again,
so
he was onto the back of CJ. He was onto the back of who was it earlier on the Grand Prix? He was racing with.
Hayden, yeah.
Oh
no, Stan. Yeah, I was Hayden.
And now he's on the back of Frisky CJ, doing similar things. So up towards the start-finish line they go. To start lap 22 out of 27. Little Blocks leads, holding that gap at around 14 seconds. The Falcon in 2nd. Danielle in 3rd, hoping for an Italian podium and an Italian car as an Italian driver. Would be a great result from 10th on the grid. Frisky CJ 4th.
Wow, CJ keeps blowing those brakes.
This is his chance. Here comes Cliffy, side by side they will go. Is Cliffy going to steal 4th place and start the chase of Danielle? He is.
Yep.
Through he goes. CJ error. Cliffy pounces up in the 4th place. Jamie, good stuff from Cliffy.
And now Danielle's probably thinking, oh dear, here we go. I think he can, if he doesn't make any mistakes, he can hold on to that P3. It's not easy to overtake. I mean, a lot of overtakes come from either people's mistakes or what, but CJ's been really overcooking the front tires going in that corner. That's not the first time that's happened. And he does have a 3-second penalty. I remember he did it earlier too. Oh jeez. Cliffy going in that corner, the whole car just went through like Noah's Ark. You can see the
Lewis v Stanley. Sorry, Lewis v Hayden. And Hayden's through. Sorry, Lewis is through on Hayden.
Yeah, Hayden must have blown the brakes.
He did, Jamie. Exactly as you said, he blew the brakes. And exactly as you were describing how we're going to see moves here, and yeah, pressure was applied onto him, and he failed to deal with it. And it's exactly what happened to Rosberg, remember?
Yeah.
3 years back.
2014.
It's very, very difficult to overtake around this track. Although it's got many straights, it looks easy. It is not.
It is not.
Especially when you don't have any DRS.
Because really, you only have 2 overtaking zones, and the second one is risky.
Very, very risky. And well. I don't know if the drivers think that because they went 3 wide into the second one earlier on.
Yeah, they're 3 wide. The mental clowns.
Madness. That's one for the Twitter later on. That was
ridiculous. Oh yeah.
But, yeah, I've got to ask you this, Jamie. You're driving today. We've got to make some contenders here. Let's make 3 contenders and see what we can do from there. I mean, you got to Little Blocks, don't you? I mean,
yeah. I'll probably throw up Little Blocks, Danielle, and Cliffy. No, Falcon, sorry. Ooh, I don't know, man. That's close. The top 4 have done phenomenal.
Yeah, but Cliffy made the error, didn't he? He made the error on the tyres, so you got to say the top 3. It's been that topsy-turvy this race. You wouldn't have called it to be the top 3.
Yeah.
It is the top 3. I mean, look at that. Little Blocks is up 5 places. ILR Falcon is up 13 places. Danielle Musso is up 7 places. So, Jamie, pick one. Pick one. Can you pick one?
Can I pick a driver?
Yeah, I mean, who would you pick?
ILR Falcon.
ILR Falcon.
Yeah.
ILR Falcon. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait to the end. Everyone in the comments, feel free, let us know who you guys think should be the driver of the day. We've made a 3-man shortlist. You don't have to stick to that shortlist. You can go with someone else. But in the comments, let us know who you think is the driver of the day today here at the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. Lap 24 now. Still little blocks from Falcon. But you got to admire Falcon, Jamie. He's come right through the field. He's done it cleanly as well. He's on trial, remember, and he just danced his way through the field when there's been incidents. And let's just recap what happened at the start. We lost Hellboy before the race even started. Probably a power unit failure, as Jamie would usually say. Is that right, Jamie? Was it a power unit? Was it PU?
Yeah, it was the PU. So what I was told from the mechanics, it was the PU that had gone out, and unfortunately, that's the third one of the season. So it's crunch time for what they're gonna have to do in Singapore when they mount in the fourth PU as they go on the flyaway. And they're probably gonna have to start worrying about grid penalties and things like that too.
So the PU there too. So Hellboy's out with the PU. Jeff's revenge, he came together with Shimasi. Jamie, what did you see in that one? Did you think that was just a coming together?
You know what?
Did you think about that?
Let me think. If I remember the incident, someone's car was, I can't remember whose car it was that wasn't angled properly going on the corner. You know, like how if you hit someone's wheel, it turns the leading car inwards, kind of. That's what happened. Yeah. I think it was Jeff on the inside of Shimasi, I think, and Shimasi kind of had a tank slapper, and they kind of connected wheels. And Shimasi, I think Shimasi was the one that like got wheel hooked and turned inwards into the wall and took both of them clean out. I think is what it was, or it was Jeff. Yeah, it was racing. Yeah, 100%.
We'll see what the stewards say, but I agree. I do agree. I think it was a racing incident. Of course, remember the big story as well. We lost Michelangelo, presumably as well, Jamie, because he hit the stationary car on the pit straight of Jeff's Revenge, which didn't dose. I think that's what happened.
It must have, because Jeff's Revenge was dead and after then got disqualified.
Yeah, so there you go, that must be it then, simple as that. Michael Davis, he retired early on as well, didn't he, at the start, with the, how did Michael retire? Was it all the mayhem in the opening laps? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all the mayhem in the opening lap.
Michael Davis retired as well. We lost Johnny R95 on the exit of this area here. We're watching Little Blocks go through, the exit of the Scarish chicane. A big accident, thankfully he walked away okay. And yeah, we've got a few people in the comments here giving us their call for the driver of the day. Lexi is saying Cliffy. Owen Wyatt has gone for Falcon. Josh has gone for Cliffy as well, and Lupo has gone for Cliffy, which is a bit surprising, Jamie, because Cliffy made the mistake in the first place. And
to be fair, he was dwindling, I think, P12, but now he's back. I mean, that's why I'm saying he's a candidate. But I think it's because of that wet tire gamble that there's too many people who are contenders that I can't put him in my top 3. It'll have to be between Daniel ILR Falcon and Little Blocks. I think my favorite is Falcon though, because he was so ballsy with the placing of his car and his overtakes, and the fact that he went from what 15th to 2nd, that's incredible.
Yeah, I agree. He drove well, and not only has he driven well, as you say, Jimmy, he's put the car on the line. He really has been aggressive. While other drivers have been sitting behind the likes of Racer Pace and stuff, Falcon's got his nose in and said, right, this has to happen. We've got to make some moves here, and he's made them happen. And yeah, I agree with you. Falcon driver of the day. So that's me and you going for Falcon. Owen Wyatt's gone for Falcon. 3 others have gone for Cliffy. So it's 3-3 really. So that's one to watch. But we're going for Falcon. So we're announcing Falcon, aren't we, Jamie?
Oh yeah.
26 then, out of 27. Little Blocks is sliding his way through this garage again. It looks like it's going to remain enters to the finish. The rain continuing, but certainly drying out as we get ready for the final lap of the Grand Prix. That Renault driver on his way now towards the Parabolica for the penultimate time on the final lap of this ILR1 round 13 of the championship event. ILR Falcon second, Danielle in third. Cliffy coming at him, Jamie.
Yeah, it's been flicking between 1.1 and 1.5 the last 3 laps. So I think Danielle is gonna be good. He's set. Because remember, it's not easy to overtake him. Unless he has a catastrophic final lap, he should be good.
Yeah, and the Tifosi, of course, here in Monza, they all get a chance to run onto the racetrack and go out onto that iconic podium, which stretches over the start-finish straight as we look now with Cliffy. There it is there on the right-hand side. The big podium stretches right out onto the pitch straight, so all the fans can head out onto the racetrack and see their man Daniele Musso at home in a Ferrari about to take a podium unless Cliffy can't deny him. So that's third, that's fourth. CJ is fifth. He's a pace sixth, and Zero Mercedes is seventh. Lewis eighth, disappointing for him. He started the race on pole. Remember, his mistake coming out of the second part of the Scary is what's cost him. Hayden is ninth, and Stanley getting a final point and 10th. The rest of them out of the Grand Prix as Little Blocks now heads down towards the Scary on this final lap.
Where is the man? Little Blocks. Final lap, going through a Scary. Oof, huge.
Here he comes in. He's already weaving from left to right. He knows it's coming. He knows he's got it in the bag. Little Blocks in. While everyone got involved in battles and got involved with the barrier, and Little Blocks just kept his nose clean. Here at Monza, and he comes across the line to take victory. He wins the Italian Grand Prix for Renault. A fantastic try. It's going to be second for ILR Falcon from right down the back of the field. Driver of the day for me and Jamie. What a drive from him.
What a drive.
And here comes Danielle at home, the Italian driver.
Vamos.
At Monza in a Ferrari. Vamos. He wins. Sorry, he finishes third. Doesn't win. He doesn't win. He finishes third.
The Ferrari is third. Cliffy fourth. What a recovery drive.
Good drive for Cliffy. Good recovery. CJ fifth. Ace of pace is home.
A race to forget.
Yeah. Zero Mercedes is going to be seventh. Lewis in eighth. Hayden ninth and Stanley 10th, but well done to Little Blocks. Brilliant victory here at Monza. He came from 6th on the grid to win it. ILR Falcon came from 15th to get into 2nd place, and Danielle came from 10th to get into 3rd. Tell you what, Jim, if you're a betting man and you put on at the start of the day, you'd be a rich, rich man, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh, finally Lewis makes it around, and Hayden, in the last on the lead lap, comes home in 9th. I didn't know Stelling was last, but what a race though, that first 17 laps.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. It died down towards the end, but we still enjoyed ourselves as it was tense to the finish of the battle. But it is Little Blocks who takes the victory here. There he is. He's absolutely delighted. He wins here at Monza, and of course, why are the guys sitting? I need to show you that in a minute. That's hilarious. Little Blocks lifts the trophy aloft. There's the Italian. Look, there's Danielle at home.
Hey.
And the Italian Grand Prix in a Ferrari outfit on the podium. And the Tifosi are absolutely loving it. Fantastic performance. And of course,
all three of them.
Can't discount ILR Falcon coming from the back of the field to finish on 2nd place. But Danielle, he'll be delighted with that podium. There it is then. A quick rundown of round 13 in the championship here at Monza in the rain. It's Little Blocks winning then by 14.5 seconds to ILR Falcon in 2nd. Danielle at home on the podium. Well done to him. Delight for the Italian Tifosi here at Monza. Cliffy in 4th. CJ is 5th. Ace of Pace comes home 6th after the early promise. It's a case of what might have been for him. Zero Mercedes 7th. Lewis a disappointed 8th from pole. Hayden 9th. And Stanley, the last of the finishers, the last of the point scorers, in 10th in the Sauber.
Unreal. What a race. I actually enjoyed that. That was I'd say it was better than Belgium, maybe? I don't know. I really enjoyed that.
I prefer Belgium, I think. I
think
Belgium more.
If the race had the same intensity, it probably would have been better. But this is not to take away. That was a really stunning race. But anyways, ILR 2 starts in 17 minutes, so.
Unit, have we got time for a podium interviews?
Possibly.
Oh, why not? We want to try it? Will we try it? See if we can get them in.
Who were the podium people though? I can't remember now. It was.
We're looking for Falcon, Danielle, and Little Blocks.
You can try it, I guess.
Hold on, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look before we go, folks. See if we can get some podium interviews. I'm not getting any of them on my friends list, I don't think. We'll leave it, Jamie, will we just leave it?
Yeah, let's just leave it. We'll catch you guys next week in Singapore, right? Singapore?
Yeah, we're going to Singapore. The European leg of the season is over, folks. Time's getting on. Time's getting on, isn't it? We're getting on towards now the night race in Singapore, all the Asian events coming up, and of course then we go on to America before finishing in Abu Dhabi. So yes, the Singapore Grand Prix next weekend, next Sunday night. Be sure to tune in to that one. It promises to be a cracker. And remember, folks, if you're running out of grip on your tyres or running out of grip on your controllers, get yourself down to Fade Grips and use the discount discount code ILR League. Oh my,
ILR League.
ILR League. To get 15% off some grips for your controller. So be sure to get yourselves down to Fade Grips for that. And of course, don't forget as well, we've got the ULC coming up with 2 ILR drivers, Shamasi and Asa Face, hoping to do us a good turn at the opening round in Melbourne. That's Tuesday night at 8:30. But now, more importantly, we've got ILR2 coming up right after this, as you said, Jamie, in around 15 minutes time. So be sure to tune into that. Promises to be another cracking race. But that's it from us, myself and Jamie. We head now to Singapore next weekend. We'll see you there.
Adios. Oh yeah, ciao. Oops.